Clarissa would be able to fight me as if I was to be a professional fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and the out of whoever. It doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn off your phones, grab some popcorn, and call off your next boxing match because the most amazing fight of the year took place outside of a baby shower in heels and was captured on camera in 4K. Yes, you read correctly. Claressa Shields, the undisputed GWAT, went from throwing punches in the ring to throwing a toy across a parking lot, and the reason is 3 syllables: Papoose. Now take a moment to consider what happens when you combine an Olympic gold medalist with reality TV, loudmouth, and a love triangle messier than a Zeus Network reunion. Answer: 12 million views in 2 hours, a felony charge, and sources claim that Clarissa lost it when she saw Taki getting too close to her man. What followed was not a conversation, but rather hair-pulling, nail-snatching, and screaming so loudly that even Siri was unable to understand it. But was this an unplanned outburst or a planned beatdown that was planned weeks in advance? Who filmed it? Why did Papoose flee? Keep an eye out because this isn't just tea. It's a full-fledged boxing bout with real money. On the line, it was supposed to be a peaceful evening with a softly lit rooftop dinner, champagne flutes clinking, and perhaps even a toast or two to celebrate Claressa Shields' upcoming Netflix projects and her overt romance with none other than Papoose. However, things didn't go as planned because before dessert was served, Tiki confirmed that Taki, Sei Santana's fiery little sister, known for her loudmouthed viral fights and unrivaled ability to turn any space into a courtroom, to arrive. Without warning, without apology, and seemingly unconcerned that Claressa Shields do not play about her man. To set the scene, Clarissa was wearing a glowing black dress, her hair was spread out, and she had a ring on her finger that wasn't a proposal, but was undoubtedly giving him mine, not yours. She was standing next to Papoose, who appeared both proud and a little uneasy, because, let's face it, you should be uneasy when you're between a world champion boxer and a viral reality star who has 3 active restraining orders. Security failed to stop her because she was wearing leopard print, had her hair pulled back into a snatched ponytail, and had a smug grin that could have melted the ice sculpture on the dessert table. Perhaps they didn't recognize her, or perhaps they didn't want to get involved, but she walked right past the front table as if she owned the event, and guests gasped. A woman let her phone fall. A waiter stumbled. Everything changed when Clarissa saw her. One anonymous guest remarked, "Oh, you're bold." Clarissa said to herself as she adjusted her heels, and after giving her purse to a friend, Clarissa suddenly charged at her as if she was walking to the stage. The guests moved aside as if she had an invisible force field, and TikTok held her ground, flipping her 30-inch ponytail as if she had practiced this move in front of a mirror. According to eyewitnesses, Clarissa didn't ask questions, didn't yell, and didn't even blink. Instead, she just swung. And by swing, we mean that she grabbed Siki by the hair, spun her sideways, and slammed her into a table of miniature cupcakes that were meant to spell allegiance with irony and a grimace. But there is no sign of security. Before Clarissa pulled her across the rooftop floor as if she were performing a presentation for Swiffer, Papoose froze like a sim character and was being recorded by TMZ interns. One video clip, which has been viewed over 18 million times, shows her screaming, "I just wanted to talk."
Your ivory, and then the hashtag was like, "Ain't no street me up." Come at that, and I've seen it. I was like, who is this? I get over that. To be a daddy, I'm not, girl. I'm not taking $100,000 from you. Girl, you give me $1 million. No, you give me $1 million, I get to never with you. But that's gonna take after me training and everything. You know what I mean? Because I'm a natural trained, natural born trained. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I want to do it. I want to do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna make me some professional training. Then we gonna see what's going on.
It was cruel. 2 weeks prior to the rooftop beatdown, a dubious blog post surfaced claiming that Papoose had been covertly texting Siki, allegedly seeking career advice, PR assistance, and emotional support. It was chaotic and personal, but why was Clarissa so pressed? Was it really jealousy, or was there something deeper simmering beneath the surface? You might as well get therapy if you're depending on Sickie for emotional support, sir. The texts were never verified with Zeus Network, but fans saw that Papoose liked a number of Techie's Instagram images. Not just any posts, though, including one where she captioned it and one that featured advertisements for lip gloss and thirst traps. I'll snatch what's mine if I have to face blowing a kiss. The now famous Instagram story that Clarissa shared was titled, "These hands have been blessed by Olympic gold. Don't tempt me." It wasn't subtle at all. Medium-skinned nails. Do you know who reposted it to Sickie with a laughing emoji? That's when the tension behind closed doors was real. Insiders claim that when Clarissa begged Papoose to stop communicating, he responded, "It's nothing. She's just loud, loud, baby. Loud is what you hear before the storm hits." One visitor described the tempest that finally erupted on the night of the meal as akin to seeing Real Housewives and the UFC, while another described it as the most athletic hairstyle they had ever seen. Clarissa was carried off to Sickie, who was spotted clutching her lashes and yelling, "My nail, my nail!" after security finally showed up 3 minutes late. The worst part is that Taki didn't return a single blow, as evidenced by a bizarre voicemail. That appeared hours later and purportedly came from Taki herself. In it, she states, "Girl, I wasn't trying to fight. I was trying to film. I had an entire camera team and the SUV was meant to be my return episode, pardon me. Did we just hear that? Was Clarissa set up for this confrontation? Or was Papoose being used as leverage?" And that's where we stopped, because a few seconds after the altercation was over, police sirens sounded throughout the facility. Someone had actually called several police officers, and as Clarissa was adjusting her earrings and receiving a napkin for her scraped knuckles, she heard a voice behind her. "Ma'am, I'll need you to come over here." Yes, Claressa Shields were immediately taken under arrest. The incident was captured on camera from 3 perspectives with dramatic lighting, and it was posted online within 17 minutes. The 2-time Olympic gold medalist, the GWAT, the woman who defeated rivals in Vegas and created pay-per-view history, Claressa Shields, is being led out of a rooftop dinner party in handcuffs, and yes, it was all captured on tape. There are currently 5 distinct viewpoints making the rounds on TikTok, Twitter, and a private Snapchat group called She Beat Her Down, nail polish medium skin tone. In the most widely shared video, the arresting officer can be heard saying, "Ma'am, we've received multiple reports of assault and battery. Please turn around." "Battery? I ain't even warmed up yet," Clarissa allegedly said. She then twisted around and rolled Toy's eyes and let them cuff her as if she were posing for a photo shoot, while a group of assistants helped her into an Uber Black while she sobbed dramatically, clutched a bundle of ice wrapped in a Gucci napkin, had mascara smudged, 1 nail missing, a wig, and lopsided lip gloss still shining. She looked like a woman who had experienced emotional and physical war and knew exactly how to make money. Screenshots allegedly revealing a direct message exchange between Techie and Papoose that occurred only 5 days prior to the altercation. And allow me to tell you, these were flirty late-night messages full of emojis and loaded with dubious phrases like, "I wish I could be where you are right now. I need peace." They had nothing to do with the music industry in any way. You wanted drama, buddy. You're texting a woman who flips dining tables on live streaming while you're dating a professional boxer. Papoose is said to have said in another message that she always wants to fight, but you're different. And you let me breathe when these images went viral on social media, with comments like, "Not Papoose gaslighting Clarissa while secretly texting." Zeus Network's future star Techie got her hair snatched over a man who still wears leather vests in 2025. Remy Ma somewhere sipping wine and watching this like eyes. Let's take a moment to talk about Remy Ma, as he shared a selfie in a suspiciously timed Instagram story that read, "Sometimes the trash takes nail polish for medium skin tones." Amy has been eerily quiet since Papoose and Clarissa went public, but behind the scenes, she's allegedly been shopping around a Dozers deal with the working title Life Without Loyalty. You can't make this up, or rather, we can't, because we just went back to the rooftop drama as Clarissa sat in the back of the makeup is still perfect. As the internet discussed whether she should be jailed or given a bet prize, Fat Joe himself entered the ring. Yes, Remy Ma's lifelong mentor, hip-hop legend, and man who never minds his own business. And she said, "You're going to regret this." And boy, did she mean it. A dispatcher who wished to remain anonymous revealed to a blog with 12 people that Fat Joe had contacted the police precinct and demanded Clarissa's release. She's a national treasure. You don't lock up Allie's daughter because somebody got too bold, Joe told the officer, according to the followers. It was bold to wear a rag doll as a horrible wig at a beauty pageant, but it didn't stop the campaign. Fans created the hashtag #DankFreakLarissa 2 hours after her arrest. A boxer wrote, "She did what any real one would do. You touch her man, you touch her, along with thousands of other people and celebrities. Gloves." When Papoose was last seen leaving the venue, head down, surrounded by flashing cameras, he was wearing the same jacket he wore to his wedding to Remy Ma poetically. Rumors circulated that he was in hiding, possibly trying to lawyer up, and allegedly cutting off contact with both women, but a new twist emerged when someone leaked a blurry photo of him sitting in the back. Papoose was dead silent, not even tweeting, posting, or even saying, "Y'all chill." A man next to him murmured, "Bro, this isn't love and hip-hop, this is real life," as he buried his face in his hands in a hookah lounge in Jersey. The ultimate disclosure of the surveillance tape from Part 2 then occurred. Indeed, it appears that the rooftop dinner venue had 360 HD surveillance, which captured the entire incident from the moment Taki entered until her lashes fell off the hair pole. Guess what? According to several blogs, the video shows before Clarissa attacks her, you can see Tiki whisper something to Papoose. The audio is unclear, but lip readers on TikTok think she said she wasn't even pregnant. But wait, that one line has caused a whole new theory that Clarissa's rumored pregnancy, the very thing she hinted at on Instagram a few weeks ago, may be a fake PR stunt, a secure the man tactic, or simply jealous slander from Tesehki. We're not sure, but we do know that assault and battery are listed in the police report that was released. Oh, and Clarissa is out on bail. Fans are speculating that the mystery donor, the Exo Loyalty LLC, is either Fat Joe or Remy Ma, because if there's one thing Remy enjoys, it's seeing another woman smash into the same wall she once built a house on. However, is Clarissa planning to press charges again and sue? Is Papoose the victim? Those cupcakes never stood a chance, and possibly civil suits are still pending. In a final voice note that was leaked just hours ago, Clarissa is said to have said, "He played us both, and I'm not done yet." This makes him the real culprit in this whole situation. We leave you hanging because what follows makes the slap appear like foreplay. By this point, the internet has transformed into a large courtroom, with Olympic champion Clarissa on one side, scorned for allegedly being pregnant and now out on bail, and the other team accessing a legally protected camera that has been rigged. As the smoke cleared and the memes began to circulate, a new question began to circulate. Is Clarissa even pregnant? Yes. The one whisper that was dropped to Tesehki before Clarissa lunged revealed that she isn't even pregnant, officially set the internet on fire, and everyone from Facebook aunties to YouTube tarot readers was breaking down Clarissa's recent Instagram posts using body language. Let's fast forward a few weeks before the rooftop rumble Clarissa had, captioned, a softly lit picture of her clutching her belly. New season, new fight, new beginning, 2 hearts. With Tiki's mic drop moment hanging in the air, fans and blogs immediately thought it was a pregnancy announcement. However, there was never an ultrasound, no due date, and no gender reveal, just cryptic captions and strategic angles. 1. Bloggers shared a side-by-side of 2 events, one where Clarissa was showing and one in a YouTube expose. An unidentified makeup artist from one of Clarissa's promotional shoots blurred out her voice and said, "I ain't saying she faked it, but she definitely told us not to touch her midsection, and the bumps looked repositionable." This occurs just 3 days after she had a flat stomach in a waist trainer shape coincidence, angle, or fake belly pad energy. Meanwhile, repositionable skull, guess who to finally confront Tesehki? Wearing a fluffy white robe and under-eye patches from a spa in Atlanta. She shared a 2-minute Instagram video titled, "Let's Talk About It and Baby." She began by saying, "I didn't ask for this. I was invited by someone who said it was all love, and yes, that someone is allegedly Papoose." She then displayed a text, thread in dark mode, which naturally displayed a contact saved as golden era Papa Crown messaging. "I want you to come through, just chill vibes, sir." Ignore her energy. She has problems with sales issues. If Rihanna had shown up to support Coogee after a fight with Chris Brown, there would have been unheard of rumors that Remy and Tesehki could work together. Some bloggers confirm that a leaked pitch deck called Wifed and Wounded, Healing from the Same Man, has allegedly been making the rounds on streaming platforms, providing a 2-women tell-all about Papoose's pattern of manipulation. The Olympic girlfriend Remy Ma, who was once imprisoned for shooting someone over money, is now openly supporting Toy. Public lies and emotional harm. Get ready for Emmy-winning pandemonium if it happens to YouTube, Zeus Network, and even Netflix. But let's return to the legal aspect of things since the court filings have now been released. And guess what? Toy is suing. Clarissa lost brand negotiations due to emotional distress and physical pain, and she waited for it. A cupcake attack that defamed the public. As stated in the complaint, my client experienced shame, hair loss, and reputational damage as a result of being bumped into a dessert table at a high-profile gathering, rather than the dessert table being a site of legal suffering. But here's the catch. A fiery statement was released by Clarissa's camp, which is countersuing her, stating that Miss Shields was provoked, manipulated, and purposefully ambushed by individuals seeking clout and controversy. "We will not be silenced" is bigger than boxing. It's about protecting Black women from weaponized lies. Her claims that Taki was a dollar store opportunist and clout chaser went viral, and some fans strongly supported her. Clarissa should take responsibility and quit swinging whenever someone flirts with her man, according to Mona Scott and others. In the meantime, Papoose remains silent. But guess what? A blurry picture of him leaving an OBGYN clinic by himself appears. Rumors are now circulating once more. Is Clarissa really pregnant, and he was merely checking in to make sure, or is he attempting to confirm something before everything happens? Court even messiers additional allegations of leaks. We wrap up this chaos with one last clip. A leaked voicemail purportedly from Clarissa herself, sent to someone in her camp just hours after her arrest, claims that Papoose was talking to a third woman the entire time. Her name is Tiffany, and screenshots aren't confirmed, but if it's true, that man deserves a WWE title belt for triple-dipping dysfunction. I should have left the ring in the ring, but they messed with my name, and I swear to God that if they come for me again, whether or not I'm pregnant, I'll do worse. That's the end of the communication, people, because both parties are reportedly already scheduled for a public sit-down interview with Angie Martinez, and litigation is on the horizon. Yes, Clarissa Tiki and Papoose are sitting next to each other, describing boxers and poor choices. The gloves are off, and the wigs are. Papoose is the real villain here, playing both sides like a rap game. Dr. Phil and Remy Ma are the silent puppet masters pulling strings behind the scenes for the ultimate revenge arc. The lawsuits are filed, and the internet may never recover, but now it's your turn. Was Clarissa out of line, or did Taki deserve every hair yank for showing up uninvited and texting another woman's man? In the comments, because this triangle just turned into a square of scandal, and you are the jury. Please pardon Clarissa. Did Tiki allow her to gain influence? Should Papoose simply delete his account and go live in Wyoming? This story is still developing, and as you are already aware, we are following every leak, screenshot, and dubious Instagram Live. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the